He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Well, hello everyone and welcome. My name is Don Baine and I am the Gadget Professor. Welcome everyone. We are on show number 260. I know. What happened to the numbering? Well, I got to tell you the truth. What happened is I went away for about a week back to Rhode Island for a little vacation, a little family time and seeing some friends. And I pre-recorded 3 episodes and for whatever reason they tagged them show 300, 301, and 302. Consequently, when we went to post it, I didn't check the posting for the correct number, and I just saw 300, 301, and 302, and I posted it. So, in fact, we are on episode 260, and when we get to 300, it will take a jump, and it will go a little out of sync, and we'll return to 303, but I'll explain that when we get to that point. So in any event, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You can email me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. That would be thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. And I do answer all my email. A little while ago, I had one fan write me a letter, and he showed me this great site that does reviews, and I'm checking that out right now, and maybe the next episode we'll bring that to everybody. It's a very cool site, and I thank you for bringing that to my attention. If you have a product or something that you want the Gadget Professor to cover, I can Skype you in. Just let me know, send me an email, and we'll put you on the show. It's that easy. So we have a cool gadget this week. It's called the HooToo TripMate Elite, and this is what it looks like. And essentially what this will do, actually it will do a variety of things. Let's just take a look at it. Let's just go on to camera 2 and we'll take a look at this little puppy. So what we have here is, again, the TripMate HooToo, HOOTOO. And essentially what this does is it's a router and it's a charger for your tablet or your smartphones. And it also is a streaming device. So the way this works is obviously it's quite small. It's about maybe 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. It's very well made. Right off the bat, one thing I love about this is it has a built-in AC power charger right there. So you just plug this in the wall, and what that will do is it will obviously charge your device for charging other devices, and it will also power this to be the router and the streaming unit. So essentially the easiest thing to understand about this is it's a charger. So you're going to plug this in the wall, it will charge up, and right here is the power switch right there. So you're going to turn that on, and once this goes on, you'll see that these 3 lights light up. So there you have 1, 2, 3 lights, and that shows that it's 100% charged. Each light stands for 1/3 charge. So 3, 1/3, 1/3. You got it? It's 100% charged. Now at this point, this could be in your pocket, your purse, whatever. If you want to charge 2 devices at the same time, essentially what you're going to do is, here's one USB and here's another USB. These are 1 amp out, and this bottom one is 2.1 amp out. So you're able to charge your tablet from this unit, from this USB port, and you're able to charge your smartphone from this one. So right off the bat, it's a great portable charger. I believe it puts out, I think, 6,000 milliamps, which is decent. I would prefer 10,000, but certainly this will give you 1 or 2 charges, no problem. So it's very handy just for the charging functionality. Now let's get into some of the cool stuff. If you'll notice where I am right now on this device, you'll see a Ethernet port. And what you can do is, if you're at a hotel or some other place and you want your own, quote, private network, just plug in the Ethernet cord, and that will make this essentially a router with Wi-Fi, and you could put your own password on it. So that's very cool also. Now, where this really shines, I think, and this is what I primarily use this for, is to stream. So what happens is you're going to take this device and in one of these USB ports, I'll show you a close-up of that. Right here you're going to put in, it says USB storage. Right there you're going to put in either a USB stick or a USB drive, your choice, whatever you want. And once that's in there, essentially what's going to happen now is you're going to be able to stream whatever's on that media storage. So for example, if you're on a plane and you have your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your kids, whatever, and they all want to watch a different movie. So if on that USB stick or USB drive you put 6 or 7 movies or pictures, whatever it is that you want, everybody will be able to access this, up to 6 people. So essentially you are going to be able to stream 6 different items at the same time and everybody will be happy. Also, this will work in a car. So if you're going on a trip and everybody, one kid wants to watch one thing, someone else wants to watch someone else, and someone wants to look at photographs, all you have to do is plug in your USB stick or media drive, and this will actually stream to pretty much any device that you want. So let's take a look at the web page for this. And again, it's called HooToo Wireless Travel Router USB Port High Performance TripMate Nano. This is the bomb, and I got to tell you, for 17 bucks, 18 bucks actually on Prime, it's a pretty good deal. Endless stream media, seamlessly stream your videos, your photos, and your music to connected TVs, media players, smartphones, tablets, TV sticks, and other DLNA devices. Travel router, instantly convert a wired network to wireless with an easy setup, and it is pretty easy. This also can bridge existing wireless networks, create your own secure wireless Wi-Fi, which I like. So if you're at a hotel and they have that old wired Ethernet cord sitting there, you plug it into here, and now you have your own wireless network, and you're not broadcasting to everybody in the hotel. So it's somewhat more secure. You can free space up. You're able to back off photos, videos from your phone onto this because you have a USB stick in there. It's lightweight, it's small, and of course you can get a charge out of this, if you will. So it's a very handy device. It works quite well. I've tried it for streaming and some other functionality that it provides. It really works quite well, so I'm very pleased with it. And if you're in the market for something like this, they make a pretty good product, and this is certainly no exception to the rule. I like it in the fact that they put a charging mechanism right on it, that you can plug this right into the wall. That's a big plus. One less power pack or USB cord that I got to drag with me. So very good unit for sure. All right, let's get into some news of the day. But before we do that, I want to tell everybody that you can check the Gadget Professor's Facebook page out, and that's pretty simple to do. Just go to Facebook/The Gadget Professor, and I post all kinds of things. Certainly I put the shows up there. I do a lot of photography. I'm experimenting now with this technique that's actually called HDR, high definition range, and these are some shots I took I think 2 nights ago of a beautiful Phoenix, Arizona sundown. It was just spectacular. But here's some photographs I did in Narragansett, Rhode Island, and all kinds of stuff on this page, and you should take a trip over there and visit us. That would be very nice. The other thing that you may want to do is, of course, you can watch the show right on the website. That's easy enough to do. Go to thegadgetprofessor.com, and that page looks like this. And, of course, you want to get the newsletter. Just click on newsletter when you're on our webpage. Put your email address in there, and every Thursday night, as soon as the show is ready, you will receive a notification and the show notes, which is simply a synopsis of everything we discussed on the show. And you may want that, especially tonight, because tonight we have an amazing plethora of apps that I think you'll definitely enjoy. So let's get on with the show. We'll have a little bit of hacking news first, and here we go. This is a warning to everybody who's going to Rio for the Olympics, and I hope you're going to go. It sounds like fun. I had the honor, the privilege, the pleasure of going to Rio many years ago on a business trip. It was spectacular. The poverty was overwhelming, and I don't think I'll ever recover from seeing how poor the people were. It was frightening. In any event, better be careful if you go over there with any type of device, such as a phone, a tablet, your computer, because world-class athletes aren't the only ones preparing for the Olympics. World-class cyber criminals are also preparing and getting their skills sharpened for the Olympics. This article goes on to point out that Brazil is actually the 8th most popular country in the world for bot-based cybercrime, which means they have automatic bots that will just penetrate your cell phone, your computer, whatever you're doing online. You're probably going to get hacked, so a warning is sufficient. Don't go over there with your phone loaded with your social security number, your bank account numbers, or anything that you don't want compromised. Don't do it. So this is a warning. I will have this article in the show notes. Also, here's a pathetic article. The feds are warning that this health exchange in Olympia, Washington, is essentially unsecure, if you will. So the state health website responsible for helping those most in need could have been exploited, hacked, and targeted for theft of confidential personal information. Like what kind? Well, your social security number, pretty much everything that you fill out in order to qualify for this health exchange, your insurance benefits. And I think the site at this point is being reworked. I'm not sure if it's 100% yet, but if you live in Olympia, Washington, or anywhere near there, and you're going on this Washington Health Benefit Exchange site, I would think 3 and 4 times before I'd fill anything out. And this was found out, it was vetted out literally by an office in the United States government, but the report never made public big time, so pretty scary stuff. All right, enough of that. Let's take a look at some freebies. Everybody loves freebies. And today what we have is a gift, if you will, from WonderFox. And WonderFox is a company that makes all kinds of software, but they're going to give 2 giveaways this month, and it's going to be from July 18th to August 18th. So definitely take advantage of this. So what are they giving off? A lot of cool things, to be honest with you. Check this out. These are software packs, legitimate software packs that you would pay money for, but they're giving them away if you get them between July 18th and August 2nd. Well, what are they giving away? Well, here's a DV Ripper program, $39, $39.95 free. Here is a DVD Ripper Pro. They're discounting that to $20. Here's a Pro version plus an HD converter, regularly $70. It's going to be $30. But let's get on to the freebies. This is what's cool. You're going to get iOrbit Advanced, and that is a great program. I've used that. It boosts your slow PC up to 300%. That's $20. It's free. Here's Burnaware. It's free. Here's EaseUS To Do PC Transition Pro. What that program is, if you have a PC and you want to transfer everything to the new PC without going through all kinds of gyrations, this program does a nice job of that. That's $50. It's free right now if you get it during that time period. Here's one, Partition Assistant Pro. Total Mail Converter, free. Soda PDF, outstanding program. If you don't have a PDF program, this is great. It allows you to choose whatever functions you want, conversion types of things and reading types of things on PDFs. This program is free. It's $100. It's going to be free during that time period. Sticky Password Premium. Everybody needs Sticky Password Premium. This is a $150 program. It really is. And it's going to be free. And last but not least, they have Audio Mixer. And that will be free also. So definitely take advantage of these free programs. They are a really good deal. It's about $860 total value. So you can't beat that price. You just can't beat that price. It's excellent. And now we're going to take a look at something that's been around for many years, and I have found that a lot of people don't realize what's happening. And what I'm referring to is your phone, your cell phone, actually logs everywhere you go. You may or may not know this, but this is true on both the Droid operating system and also your iOS. You probably know that your phone can pinpoint your location using the GPS, your local search, or your weather. That's how it gets the information by triangulating where you are with GPS coordinates, latitude and longitude, and it knows where you're at, and consequently it will go into a database, tell you your weather, local traffic, and also precisely pinpoint where you are. And in many instances, that's a good thing. But what you may not know is that it's tracking you all the time. It's tracking where you go, how long you go there, how often you go there, and it's doing this 24 hours a day. Now, some people don't care, some people do care. There may be certain situations where you really don't want someone else knowing where you are, what you're doing, for a variety of reasons. So you can disable this feature, and this article very simply breaks down how to do that. So whether you're on the Android phone or Android operating system or on the iOS, this very simply shows you what you go in, how you go into your settings, and change that so you're not being tracked. You may want to take a look at that. All right. Here's a great offer. I think it's a great offer. I myself use Verizon for my carrier for a variety of reasons. One, in Arizona, you can get in some pockets here where you're going to get no reception whatsoever, and I found Verizon to be the best carrier, at least in the area that I live in. So that said, here's a promo from Sprint, and it's a great deal. Sprint's going to offer free Amazon Prime with a $100 monthly plan, and you're also going to get 40 gigabytes of data on that. That's a pretty good deal. There's no question about that. And if you are considering a new phone or you're already on Sprint, I would call them and see if you can modify your plan, if it makes sense to modify your plan, and pick up a free Amazon Prime account, which is might be $120. I can't remember. Maybe it's $100. But in any event, you're going to need a cell phone carrier anyway. Sprint is supposedly a lot better than it used to be, and this is a great deal if they're throwing in a free year of Prime. So you may want to just check that out. Now, I know that the kids are home for the summer, and some of the more fortunate ones get to go to camp, and the ones who don't are either at the grandparents' house or friends or whatever, and I know that could be a challenge. In any event, that brings me to this particular website. This is called FaveCrafts, and what this site will do is give you 101 free beading patterns. So if your kids need something to do, this is an awesome site, and it shows you very simply how to make anklets, beaded home decor, bracelets, brooches, earring gifts, free beading patterns for kids, holiday beading patterns, necklaces, rings. You get the picture, and it does such a super job at it. And I'll tell you, kids love beading, and beading is a cool hobby. I know that my wife loved to bead, and now my daughter is beading, and I was amazed to find out that my 3-year-old granddaughter loves to bead. She loves stringing the beads and making things, and it's a great exercise, quite frankly. It teaches the kids how to follow instructions and also how to make things that they enjoy. So it's a good deal all the way around. This is an excellent site. It's called FaveCrafts. It will be in the show notes, and it just gives you, as I said, 101 free beading patterns, and what a great fun thing to do with your kids. And the boys like beading too, and it gives them some coordination skills, and gives them a feel for design and color, and I'm all for it, and it's free, and you can get bead kits for not a lot of money, under $10. You could spend $100,000 and get some cool beads, but I think for this process, maybe the dollar stores is probably the best place to go. So let's take a look at some apps that I use for photography, and these are smoking. These are really cool apps. The first one I have this week is called Polaroid Swing, and this is a little different than the typical take a picture app. What this app does is it actually gives you a 1-second capture. So what you're able to do is to kind of pan as you take the photograph, and you're going to get, you can wave. You have 1 second, which doesn't sound like a lot of time, but it's strictly to give a little motion, a 1 second time lapse, not a time lapse, but a 1 second slice of what it is you're doing. So you can smile, you can wave, whatever you can do in 1 second, this is going to capture, and it will actually give you a little bit of movement. So this app is 100% free. It's a lot of fun. So check it out, load it on your phone and see what you think. But it's something different, and it's free, and you can't beat the price. And it is an interesting app. It is well done. Now this app I absolutely love. This is probably the best phone app for photography that I've seen in a couple months, actually. I loaded this on my iPhone 2 days ago, and wow, it's really cool. And what this does is you'll use your camera, you'll take the photograph, and then it gives you a variety of styles, quite a few of them actually, not one or two or three. There's probably 10 or 15 styles, and you just scroll through the styles and find out what you want to mimic. You click on it, and it will actually transform your photo from whatever you took into one of these just really cool artwork patterns. And it does it in maybe 2 seconds. And this is great if you want to put something on Facebook or Instagram, or wherever you want a different icon. This is an avatar. This does a great job. And also, if you don't like what you've picked, you just click the next button and it will go to the next image. So really, really well done, and it's extreme high quality. I was very impressed with this app. This app is also available on iTunes, and again, it's free. Definitely check this out. You will like this, and you will use it, and kids will go crazy with this. It's quite unique, and I haven't seen anything like this that works as well and as fast, and also has such a high degree of quality. Nice app. Let's take a look at another one, and this is called Color Splash. I've mentioned this once or twice before. This, I believe, is available both on the Droid system and your iOS. And what it does, it's actually quite cool. It actually takes a black and white photograph and allows you to select color just where you want it. So it does a nice job, and you can get pretty creative with that. These apps are really cool, and I find that they're inexpensive, and yet they add a lot of creativity to what it is that you're doing. So let's go back and take a look at another app. Again, this one's free, and this one is available for $1.99. It's going to set you back $1.99. I can't help that, but this is called Dramatic Black and White. And I like to shoot black and white every now and then because we're so accustomed to seeing colored photographs that if you see a nicely done black and white, which by the way I think is a lot harder to photograph, to take black and white photographs than it is color, and that's a whole nother discussion for another time. But this app does a nice job. It allows you to be somewhat creative. It puts a little grit on the actual photograph contrast, and you have some degree of flexibility to make those adjustments. But it's one of the better black and white apps that are out there. And again, it's called Black and White, Dramatic Black and White. So if you're into photography, you may want to check this out. Good deal for $1.99. And now the last site that I'm going to discuss is probably, I saved the best for last, but you're going to like this site. Do you ever get bored watching TV or Netflix and you just don't know what the heck to watch? Well, this site called Documentary Heaven, this site's for you. This runs free streaming documentaries 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All you have to do is punch this site in, Documentary Heaven, and you get high quality documentaries. And this one's about Antarctica. They have one about Michael Vick, but that's a whole nother story. They've got one, they've got something for everybody. This is one on Kayenta. This is one on the Clash, New Year's Day. It just goes on and on. Here's one about the dark side of the moon, In Search of Putin's Money, Kevorkian. There's a lot of interesting topics, and you'll find things that you'll like and also the kids will like. And what's nice is on the right-hand side here, they have categories, so you can actually scroll down and see what it is that you want. Mystery, music, nature, performing arts, philosophy, technology. Quite a robust list, and this is all for free, and the streaming quality on this particular site is absolutely excellent. So definitely check into Documentary Heaven. You will like it, and your kids will too. Aren't you glad you're watching the Gadget Professor? All right. Now, the last site that I'm going to quickly throw in before we sign off here is something that appealed to me. It's not really a gadget, but it was kind of interesting. I like history and archaeological digs. This one just caught my eye, and I thought I'd bring it up to our audience today because I find it pretty interesting, and maybe you will too. But history was made in an astonishing Bronze Age discovery. A 3,000-year-old community was found in Britain, and they've unearthed all kinds of things from the Bronze Age, and they haven't found a lot of skeletal remains, some, but they found perfectly intact pottery shards, and a hint of organic remains, but they found all kinds of tools and other artifacts that they never even associated with the Bronze Age, and it's a fascinating article, has some great photographs of what they've uncovered, and it's really, really an interesting read if you're into that stuff, and I highly recommend this. I love this. I read this thing twice, and also I found that there were a lot of other interesting articles on the pyramids and just all kinds of old artifacts and things that you wouldn't normally associate with the Bronze Age are found on this new site. So check that out. I think you'll like it. And that, folks, brings us to the end of show number 260. I will see everybody next Thursday night. So long, and thank you for tuning in to The Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.